Welcome back, my friends. MDGS is gonna go. There's just like, I don't even know. I struggle so much lately with building the agenda. There's just too much to talk about. So anyway, Zoom breaking out. You know, again, if you're new to the daily briefing, what I try and do, and I often fail, with the pre-market prep over on Stocks to Trade, that's more focused on, you know, the crazy movers of the day, the MDGSs, etc. And what I try and do on the daily briefing is talk about, you know, the more, quote-unquote more real stocks as well as themes, etc. And, you know, I'd planned on talking about Zoom and Peloton. So, but again, remember, if you were here this morning, we talked about high day breaks on MDGS. It's freaking noon and it's traded 150 million shares. What's funny about MDGS, it's up 100%. It's like, it's like hashtag lame. I mean, it's like, come on, MDGS. The biggest runner of the day is up 100% at noon. Lame. Most days we got 100% runners by like 8:30. So anyway, Zoom, love this re-breaking out standard. You know, this is that stay-at-home play. Ever since I started these Instagram lives 6 months ago, we've talked about stay-at-home sector, work-from-home sector, remote work. I mean, I always try and avoid, you know, using that Warren Buffett analogy, but I mean, you know, Warren Buffett teaches, you know, buy what you use, you know? I mean, if every day you're using Zoom, everyone you know is using Zoom, how much of a no-brainer, you know, is it to buy Zoom, especially after that gap up and breakout on earnings? But so anyway, congrats on anybody swing trading Zoom, Peloton. This was the main idea from the Steady Trade strategy session last night. You know, I don't expect you, number one, the yellow is hard to read, but, and I don't expect you to be able to read my handwriting, but I just bring this up. Peloton last night, you can see, I checked every box except for recent earnings, and that when I do this, that denotes a neutral. Okay, so every box was a positive except for recent earnings, which was a neutral. We talked about, and I know you can't read this, that says week open red to green, at or around 128, a goal in the 130s, stop down on 125, called it a B plus setup. So what did Peloton do today? I mean, it's like, wow, breaking news. Breaking news. Can anyone possibly believe that a stock that closed at or around 52-week highs, that's in a hot sector, that has cool technology, which all these things can be said of Zoom as well. Hot sector, cool technology, 52-week high, and it went red to green. You know, it's just, man, focus on simplicity, guys. There's so many, I don't know why people, I mean, in JKS, every day. If you guys are here every day, you're so sick of me talking about the red to green on JKS. You know, boo-hoo, you're only up $6 a share and probably closes near the highs and probably goes week open red to green again tomorrow. I mean, so the point I'm trying to make is, especially right now, I don't understand this fascination with complexity. And I always got to give the disclaimer. I'm not saying this stuff is, I would never say trading is easy. Trading might be one of the most difficult things you ever try and do. But at the same time, don't make it harder than it has to be. You know, I mean, again, MDGS. I mean, I know you can, man, I got to quit using the yellow. Okay. Sorry. But what's that say? You might actually be able to read that. Wait for a new high day. When did I post that? When it was at $3. Okay? What did MDGS do when it broke the high a day? It went to $4. 50-cent spike on a, this morning or last night. God, quit using the yellow. The yellow is so hard to read. It was a $2 stock. If you waited for the HOD, and you're not going to nail the top. You're not going to perfectly sell the top, but it probably breaks a high day as we're talking here. So it's trying. We going to get it? It's almost like, let me answer some questions. Because it's like I just want to see MDGS blow them up, baby. So, Net, what do you think? God dang it. I'm going to jump over here. Never mind. I'll just do it. I wanted to see it do it. Net! Michelle. Let me jump to my notes from last night. Where's my market close? Market close 10-12. Or where is it? Or was it last night? I do too many webinars. Yeah, Net. So we talked about Net last night. And the only reason I didn't do a worksheet on Net was I liked the idea on Peloton more. But, it's the same. Oh, my gosh. Whoa! But it's the same idea on Net. Hot sector. It's cloud computing. 52s. Had news yesterday. Closes at or near the HOD. Hot sector. Unusual volume. At 52 highs. Market strong. Remember, market was really strong yesterday. Faded a little bit at the end, but cloud computing, hot sector, closes at or near the high of the day. You look for that weak open red to green with risk on basically on the lows, or you could risk off of VWAP. So, Michelle, it's, listen, if I did a, 35, 40 minute webinar last night breaking down Peloton, but if I did a 40-minute webinar, I would have done a sheet on Net, apps, LSCC, Zoom, on and on and on and on. So anyway, love it, Michelle. Etsy, stay at home. Yeah. Jesus Christ. It's the glasses throwing play, man. Look at that. Look at that trend. Look at that. I don't know when I drew that trend line. So I drew that trend line. I'm guessing. Oh, I know. I would have drawn it. I droned that there trend line. A week ago on the 5th, you could see basically that breakout on the 5th, trend on the 5th, and this thing hasn't looked back since. Same idea, and it's just not the biggest issue right now. I use one of my favorite trading quotes is by my boy Confucius. And that is, he who chases many rabbits catches none. You have to be able to quote unquote pick your favorite. That's why I go back to the worksheet. I think that's one of the best ways to do it. And, so what I do, I have a process. Those four tickers were my main ideas last night. I used the sheets to help me focus on Peloton. But Etsy's the same. CLDR is the same. Zoom's the same. It just, so. Thoughts on shorting HYLN? I don't know, man. I just, it's another one of those things. Wow. Woo! It's ugly. So we've talked about nickel. I think HYLN is basically what I would call a sympathy play to Nikola. So the bummer is HYLN is getting punished because of Nikola. Just keep an eye out for news is all I would say. So. Have you read the book Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas? Highly recommend Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Some of you guys are saying MDGS crash. Good. Blow them up this afternoon. Any news? Great. Beautiful. So MDGS, watch high day breaks. Beautiful. What is that beeping? Sorry. Nice. So I'll set an alert at 4. I hope shorts cover. Cover, boys. It's your this is your last chance. I'd cover here. So MDGS at odd. Can you explain what the week open red to green? Again, it's just, I think I already did. You're just looking for I already did. It's probably an old question. A strong stock, hot sector, closes near the high of the day, opens red, goes back green. Again, JKS is the exact thing. So, and there's a lot of, we got a lot on YouTube too. You can check out. Keep in mind, keep it simple. It's not a complicated concept at all. So, all right. What are the Twitter geniuses saying about MDGS? I told you, bro. I got squeezed for $1 a share, but I told you. Everyone says I saw it coming. Yep. Saw it coming. So, again, I guess if you shorted at $4, you're looking good. But if you shorted into any weakness today, you're still red on the day. So, congrats if you shorted to high. Again, I would be looking for a new high day break. Love you, Tim, says Mick, former Steady Trade team student. I love you too, Mick. So, all right. I think I got caught up on the questions. The biggest summary I would take away from this, focus on simple concepts for swing trades, the Zooms, the CLDRs. How's CLDR doing today? The Nets, CLDR's back green again. And then focus. If MDGS gets back there, you'll have phase 3 squeeze if MDGS gets back to the high. Otherwise, congrats to the shorts that shorted with unlimited risk, and they're up, 20 cents or something. So congrats. I would love to just see it base and then smoke them. Smoke them if you got them at 2 p.m. All right, guys, have a great day. WTRH high day. Have a good day. MDGS is really the only thing interesting on the VWAP scan. But market's a little shaky. Oh! Now I remember why I wanted to talk about. There's just too much going on. The Apple event. So, I would definitely, if you've got time, I would watch the Apple event and watch how Apple reacts to it. So, the only reason I tell you that, and only if you have time, okay? I'm not saying you should, take off from work to watch the Apple event. But, the market's going to go where Apple goes. And if the market is unimpressed with the new iPhone, watch your swing trades. Okay, that's the biggest thing I'm getting at. Is if the market's like, this iPhone sucks, everything's going to follow it. So as much as I love Zoom, as much as I love Peloton, don't be afraid to take the gains because, and I'm not trying to scare you. Remember, I'm Mr. Positivity, not Chicken Little. But the market's going to follow Apple. And there's so much hype baked into this announcement. Just have that in. That's what I'm getting at. I'm stuttering and stammering to get this point out. But if you're like, why is my Peloton going down? Why is my Zoom going down? Bring up the chart of Apple. So, short term. I'm only talking short term. If you like Peloton if this is a 6-month hold, that's a different story. But if you're looking at like a couple day, couple week swing trade, just know that Apple event is probably going to move markets at 1 p.m. Eastern. So, all right, guys, have a great day. We will see you all next time. And, all right, see you tomorrow morning at 8:30